A body organ begins this word for a hottie, like the ones on the cover of Tiger Beat magazine. Henry.
What is a heartthrob?
Correct again.
Starts with H, 400.
I cannot keep up. It is terrifying on television. I cannot imagine in person. Did you catch Monday's episode of Jeopardy? You would have seen local contestant Henry Barbaro making Evanston proud.
Yeah, we are so excited tonight. We want to welcome Henry to our State Street studios, where there are no wrong responses, of course, today. Welcome to our State Street studios. I know you're home from college break. So talk about, this is so many people's dream. And you're on the show because Tim, our producer, this is on his bucket list. So how do you get to be a contestant on Jeopardy? Take us through step one, application, callback, audition, all of that.
Yeah, so it all starts, they have the Jeopardy Anytime test, which is, honestly, anyone can take it. You have to be over 18, which is, I just took it a little after I turned 18, but took it one day at work, and they emailed me about a week or two later saying they wanted me to take another test, which was, this one was on a Zoom, like a 50-question, 15-second each, pretty much Jeopardy-style test. And then I took that, and then it was, I think, another 1 or 2 weeks, and then I had a Zoom audition, which was... It was basically just playing the game, kind of like in a mini, like 15-person little Zoom call, and then talked a little bit about myself. And then they told everyone that they were in the contestant pool. So you had about a year and a half to be where you could be selected or couldn't be. And it took about a year and I think a couple months for me to be selected.
Wow.
So.
When you were taking those, did you miss any of the questions when you're taking those tests?
So you don't actually know which ones you got right. They say, like, I think it's if you get 35 or 40 out of 50, you get basically selected to go again. Yeah. But it's all pretty random. Like, there's no guarantee you'll pass each stage.
Okay, so Henry, you got a year and a half or a year. How do you prepare to be on Jeopardy? What do you do? Do you take the dictionary? Or do you read all of People magazine? How do you prepare?
All sorts of stuff, right? Yeah.
Yeah, so a lot of it came from, I did Quiz Bowl in high school and I still do it in college. So that has helped a lot with I practice about 2 days a week.
Okay.
And then once I kind of gave up on it after I was sitting in the pool for about a year. And then once I got the call, I watched a bunch of Jeopardies I'd recorded. And then they also have a Jeopardy archive where you can look at, I think, every single clue that's ever been read since the beginning of Jeopardy. So definitely hit that pretty hard for the month I had to prepare.
Your dad's here, and I asked him off camera if he's the smart one too, and he quickly defers to you, his brilliant son. We grew up with Alex Trebek, right? Who was awesome. But the new host is incredible too. He was so good at this game. Did you get any tips from watching some of his stuff back in the day?
Honestly, I didn't get to that far back. I was mostly in the last couple years or so. I looked through the archive a bit, but the game changes so often that it's like, I think it was more advantageous for me to look in like the last 5 years. I don't remember quite when Ken's run was, but I think those are a little dated by now.
Yeah, you were probably just a boy.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but you were really young, Cheryl.
I know, my sister watches it every single day, every time zone, every state, every country. She watches it every day, so I hope she's watching just to see how it goes. But when you finally get up there, were you nervous? Did you have like a goal, like I just want to get one right at least?
Right, that's what I'd be like, right, yeah.
I was definitely hit with some nerves. I don't know about getting just one right. I wanted to do a little bit better than that, but I mean, just getting to final, not in the negatives, was big for me because I was in the negatives for a bit of the game, and just getting out of that was, right. I mean, just a personal goal of mine.
Yeah, north of zero is good. So
right.
all the contestants were stumped by the final Jeopardy clue. We want to talk about your response. Here's the clip.
Start in the middle. Henry Barbaro had $2,000 coming into final and wrote down, "What is I had fun?" That's good to know. I'm glad to hear that, Henry. How much will you lose for telling us you had fun? Oh, I feel bad. I have to take away $2,000 for that, dropping you down to zero. But thanks for being here, Henry.
Is awesome. You were going to roll it all. You're like, I'm not going to bet any. I want to lay it all down. Did you just hearing the clock go off and having to write something down in that moment? Yeah. Did you have any idea, or did you know right away? I just don't know this question.
Yeah, it was kind of. I mean, it's much more difficult on stage, but I had gone through hundreds of finals at home, and like the time just goes so much longer when you're not on stage.
Right.
And I saw that question, thought about it for a bit, realized I had nothing, and then basically right when I realized I had nothing, the music was almost done, so I just really quick scribble. You can see with the eye is terrible, but
oh, you're looking at your penmanship.
And then you're like at home, you're always screaming at the television. When you're not on, you're yelling the answer like, I know this one, I know this. But so you're studying economics in college right now, and were you in high school? When did this dream of I want to be on Jeopardy? When did that pop up? How old were you? Do you think you remember?
I don't remember exactly when I started watching Jeopardy, but I think towards the end of middle school.
Okay.
And then that definitely carried over into high school quiz bowl, and then just applying on a whim really for taking the test and all.
Were
So.
you very successful at Quiz Bowl in high school?
Yeah, we
Like
made it to
state
nationals.
champion? Oh, national! Look at you. Okay, see.
Where do you go to school now?
I go to Tulane University.
Yeah.
Tulane, okay. Your friends, when they saw you, they just give you a hard time? I mean, if my buddies were on the show, or if you were, Cheryl, I would be like, wow. I mean, they must have been impressed that you did well.
There was, everyone was proud for sure. I definitely got a couple people giving me a hard time.
Oh, there's
but
always that
It was,
guy.
it was only a couple clues.
Yeah,
most of
like,
it was.
come on, man,
Most of
you
it was
tried
praise,
it.
which
Yeah.
I was happy to see.
You have an older and a younger sibling, right? You went to Evanston High School. So did they help you prepare to be on the show? Are they taking claim for your success today?
Not really much. My older brother definitely helped me get into Quiz Bowl, which
Okay.
I can credit him for that. But overall, I think it was more of just a me thing, really.
Wow. I mean, I'm so proud of you. I feel so honored to be sitting next to you because we all look at Jeopardy and we think everyone on that show is brilliant. We had a local person go all the way to the end. He's been in the national championships.
Yeah, much older. Like it was
know?
a professor, I think, and did pretty
like
well.
19. I asked him, can he try out for the college Jeopardy Bowl? And
Yeah.
so maybe he can do it
We
again.
can do it again.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
Great to have you on.
Yeah.
Really
Yeah.
awesome when we can feature someone local like you. I know, Cheryl, you would love to get on that show one day.
I would. I think we should do it as a team.
That
You know,
would
when they
be
do like the celebrity one is a little bit
You
easier.
need more than one brain to pull that
team
off.
celebrity.
Yeah.
So I think team celebrity effort. They need to do that episode.
I think you'd have a shot.
Continued
So proud of
success at
you.
Tulane.
Yeah.
Look forward to hearing about your star continuing to rise, man. Good job.
Thank you so much for having me.
Watch breaking news on YouTube. Subscribe to ABC7 Chicago Eyewitness News.